and welcome to Info Simcoe. My name is Madison Fitzpatrick, and today joining us in studio is Richard and Mel from the South Simcoe Theatre. Welcome.
Hi, thanks so much for having us.
So we're here today to talk about your new show, I Hate Hamlet. So Richard, you are directing and also acting in the play. Tell us a little bit about this play.
So I Hate Hamlet is set in 1991. It is a wonderful comedy that sort of has a bunch of elements which I find very interesting. You know, there's something a little supernatural, something romantic, there's sword fighting. And it's a story that I think everyone can kind of get behind. It's about a TV actor who kind of, his show he's most famous for just got canceled, doesn't really know what to do with his life. So like many people, he decides to do Hamlet to try and stay relevant. So it's him trying to come to terms with, is he a good enough actor, a good enough person? And he ends up getting haunted by the ghost of John Barrymore, one of the most iconic Hamlets and a bit of a philanderer.
Wow. So why did you want to choose this play out of all the plays that you could have chosen?
So originally this was on the docket to be a part of, I think, the 2019-2020 season for the South Simcoe Theatre, but then this terrible little thing happened in 2020 that's sort of, I don't even remember what it's called.
No, some kind of pandemic or
pan-fried something.
Yes.
So that happened. So that kind of shoved everything backwards. The South Simcoe Theatre adapted and kind of changed their programming. And I was very happy to hear that they were, finally ready to do I Hate Hamlet. And they were very, very kind enough to ask me back to do it.
So Mel, you're producing. What made you want to produce the play? And let's talk a little bit about the cast members as well.
I love producing because you get an overview of everything. So I get to watch the auditions, set them up, get to know the people once they're in the show, find people to costume, people to do the set design, the painting, all that kind of stuff. And we were fortunate, most of our auditionees that made it into the production are locals, either Cookstown or Barrie. But we do have one young lady who's coming all the way from Guelph.
Wow, that's extraordinary.
Yeah. She saw the notice online and just decided that this would be a great role for her, something she'd like to do, and came, and she was excellent. So Elizabeth is making the trek. It's worth the drive to Cookstown.
Wow. So how much work goes into a play like this? Like you were saying, production, design, stage, and acting and practicing. Like you're saying, if Elizabeth is coming all the way from Guelph, how much time and effort is needed to create a play like this?
I think we've been rehearsing since about mid-December or so, and then we took a little break, obviously, over the holidays. But usually our schedule is two evenings during the week, and then a bit of a longer one on the Sundays. So 3 times a week until March 2nd.
Yep.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about the theater itself, South Simcoe Theatre. Is it as big as Meridian Hall? Is it as small as, a school play? Tell us a little bit about where the play is being held.
Well, it's the old town hall in Cookstown. It's well over 100 years old. It used to be the Temperance Hall as well. So there's little stories there about that period. It's a gem, really. It's still got the old seats in it, the old wooden seats, but we do have cushions just to make it a little more palatable when you're sitting there. And it seats just 180. So it's very intimate, which is one of the things I love about it. I mean, I enjoy going to large theaters as well, but there's something about being in an intimate space that makes you feel like you're right there with the actors rather than from a long distance. It's sometimes challenging, though, because the stage isn't that large. So our group of play selectors, the committee, have to really be careful which show they choose.
So how long is this play on for?
So it runs from March 2nd until 19th, I believe, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and matinees on Sundays.
Okay, so how can people get tickets?
They can get tickets by, let me tell you all about it.
Perfect.
By either going to the southsimcoetheatre.com or giving us a call at 705-458-4432.
Perfect. So so the play's on for a little while. Are you expecting sold out theaters?
Always.
We would love it.
Yes.
I have to admit, though, getting people back after COVID it's a bit of a challenge. So some people come back thinking no problem at all. Some people are still a little bit leery. We're asking people, if they don't mind, to wear a mask, just because a lot of our audience members, are a little older and more susceptible. But again, people can come without a mask. We're just trying to keep everyone as safe as we can.
And how important is community theater to our community?
It's very important. I mean, the key word in community theater is community. Especially the South Simcoe Theatre, it is built of dedicated, passionate volunteers from the people who you see on the stage, from people who are on the creative team, production team, people who are running the reception afterwards. It wouldn't exist without the people. And the people who are there because they genuinely love the theater.
For example, just on Saturday, I dropped into the theater because our set painting group is there, and we have an entire family who have come out. They live in Cookstown. They wanted to find out about the theater. They wanted to get involved. They saw the posting. So the father, one of his sons, and the daughter were there on Saturday, and his older son had been there the Saturday before. So, I mean, talk about community.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful.
Right. Well, Richard, Mel, thank you so much for joining us in studio today. We can't wait to see the play, and we hope that everybody gets tickets as well. So before we go to break, we just want to show you a little snippet of I Hate Hamlet.
How do I know you're really a ghost? You could be an intruder.
Perhaps. Cleverly disguised as Hamlet. Boo.
But I can touch you. My finger doesn't go right through.
Andrew, I'm a ghost, not a special effect.
Ghosts are supposed to have powers. Special powers.
I just rose from the dead, Andrew, and how was your morning? Now, shall I truly frighten you?
I'm not afraid of you.
Shall I cause your flesh to quake?
Oh, you couldn't possibly.
Shall I scare you beyond all human imagination?
Go ahead, try.
In just 6 weeks' time, you will play Hamlet.
Oh, God. Oh, you really are him, aren't you?
John Barrymore. Actor, legend, seducer, corpse.